Hello folks, and welcome to another Kerbal Space Program. Today we've made some progress before we even started, which is a great thing. I played off screen. I did a very short mission. It actually wasn't even worth recording, so it was a good thing that I didn't. Basically what I had done was I made a ship with all the science stuff on it, and I sent it to nope, hold on. Let's go to map. Can we go to our map here? We'll go here to tracking station. Why is it blanking on me, the name of the planet? It's the one out here. This one. Minmus, right. So, what I did was I sent a ship to Minmus. It didn't even orbit Minmus. What it did was it went within its sphere of influence and then shot out the other end and got back into a Kerbin orbit. So while it was in that sphere of influence, I did a couple of science things, got some points, sent it back. All went well. I got some science that I ended up using to buy, I think, 2 new upgrades to the skill tree. So let's take a quick look at what I have to work with. So I ended up getting this 4th thing here, the flight control, which gives us the Sputnik module, a reaction wheel, cockpit for flying, and winglets. And then I bought this, which, or did I get this one? I think we had this. Yeah, we had this one already. So I ended up getting this one, which gives us the big fuel tanks, the big liquid fuel engine. I don't think that's, that's the one that's good for launch. 1500 versus 650. So there you go. We have those parts. Let's do a mission. So I was trying to think of what sort of mission we could do. And I like the idea of doing an unmanned mission, but we don't have any solar panels, and so electricity is going to be sort of a problem there. You have no control of the ship without the electricity. Normally, when you have the engines, you know, your electric is sort of hooked into the engine. So you fire your rockets, it'll power and charge up your batteries. I guess similar in the way like a car battery stays charged while the car's running. But, you know, if you don't have a person in there, then if you run out of battery, you can't even like turn on the engines. You can do nothing. So you're just floating in space, which almost happened with the mission that I was doing. So we're going to stick with a manned mission. Let's stick with our typical sort of parachuted pod with stuff on it. And let's get our decoupler. Now, thankfully, Freedom Seeker 997 clarified something that I was wrong about. They pointed out that I could have used the lab. I just need to make Jeb go inside the lab to use it. You don't actually need 2 crew members. It just says 0 out of 2 because that's the max capacity. So there's a bunch of science that was sort of thrown away. But what I would like to try and do is send something to Duna, which is, of course, the Mars equivalent, and see how that goes. So let's build a ship. This is going to be tough. I don't know if I would have enough fuel for this. I'm not going to put Jeb on this mission because I think Jeb might die. I think Jeb might genuinely die. So we're going to do the science lab. This is a big thing to send to Duna. I actually am immediately questioning the wisdom of trying to do this mission. This mission might end really poorly. So we've got thermometers, we've got the goo, we've got all of this. And then we'll put one of these on so that worst comes to worst, we can always ship it back. And then let's load this sucker up with batteries. How much do they weigh? Batteries 005. That's not bad. So let's see if we did 4. Where do these space out? Right there? Perfect. So we'll just line this with batteries a little bit. Not too much. Maybe we'll put like 2 down here. And then we'll put 2 more, so it's a little symmetrical. So there you have that. So that's a lot of batteries. It looks kind of cool. We have our RCS thrusters. We don't need the ladder. So I think we're done with this section. Yeah, we don't need those parachutes. We don't need the landers. We're not landing on anything. Winglets we might need at some point. Let's get straight into structural then. So I kind of like the idea of this being it for the... Well, no, hold on, because we need to put a rocket on this thing, obviously. So what if we put... What if we put one of these guys, these big ones, and then put the tiny little poodle engine? Yeah, like this thing. We'll just use that to get back. Hopefully... I don't know. We're going with the old school I don't know what I'm doing here method. Let's put 4 decouplers on it. This is going to be a big ship because I do want us to go to Duna. So I'm going to make this work. So for this, we'll use 4 sets of 2 of these, right? And, well, maybe we should put them down here. It looks cooler. That is literally the only reason why I'm making this decision. It looks cooler. And we could put the rockets on there. So that'll get us, hopefully that'll get us to Duna and then partially back. And then this tank will get us the rest of the way. Right? That's my thinking with that. And then what we could do is, do we have a large decoupler? No, we don't. And I don't think... Oh, that does work. Huh. Interesting. But I don't think it's what I really want for this. So let's go ahead and put decouplers here. Yeah. And for this, what we'll do is we'll set up another set of 2 each. And then we'll get the max thrust there. So this will be for takeoff as well. And then what we'll do is let's do some asparagus staging. Asparagus staging is good for fuel efficiency, so we only need 2. Why do you change yourself to... No, why? Stop it. Why does it do this? How do I make it not do this? Okay, so basically the workaround I had to do to get this asparagus staging working is I took this whole structure, I brought it back down to this core, and then rebuilt it with the dual symmetry, and then I did that twice. So now it's all set up. I haven't done the staging yet, but here's where we are. And of course, to compensate for these tiny little baby rockets, what we're going to do is we're going to add more rockets. That's right. Because that is always the answer to everything in life. It's a little annoying, I guess, because of the way we're going to have to do this 4 times, but let's get it over with and we'll be fine. What's annoying about this is by having to create this thing twice, the odds of it being balanced are pretty low. Even just setting up the angling on these things is probably wrong. Maybe it's not. There's only one way to find out. We have these big solid rocket boosters. So we're going to go put these on. Hopefully those line up more or less where they belong. Now maybe that's just a setting that I had off that wasn't like on correctly, in which case it's my fault. But if it's just sort of the way that symmetry is set up in this game, I'm a little bummed out because I don't think that's the best way to go about it. Okay, so this thing is a beast that is going to probably explode. That's fine. That's what science is all about. It's about learning through explosions. Let's get some struts on this thing so it doesn't fall apart. Put them down here. I think we'll be good. And then all we have to do is figure out staging, give it a name, and give it a shot. So staging, oh boy. So what we want to go off first? All of these? Yes. Do we want all of these to go off? Yes. So let's drag these over. Let's move them over. Come on. There you go. There we go. And there we go. So what we need is a new stage for this. So these will be the first to fall off. So let's find those 2. Oh, right. So first we're going to need to drop the solid rocket boosters, right? So let's drag those onto its own stage. There we go. That's not on right, but we'll go with it. Okay, and today we're going to be naming it after Sora's idea, named after an Apple rocket, so it's the iRocket. There we go. Let's save this abomination of a rocket. Let's take Jeb off the mission so he doesn't die, and we'll put Bill, because you have to be stupid to get on a ship like this. Am I missing anything else? One last quick dummy check of parts that we might need. Aha! So RCS would be pretty useful to have. So let's go ahead and put... We'll drag this down. That scares me. Let's get an RCS fuel tank, and we'll put this back. Hopefully all that's saved. Great. And then let's put some RCS rockets on this. We'll put 2 here. And then we'll put 2 up here. And then what we'll do is, for stability, let's throw some fins on this guy. And we'll put some fins on this guy. I don't know which one's the middle. I can't tell, so let's just turn this off and put it where I think it belongs. There? That doesn't look right either. Oh well, we're gonna go with it. Okay, we're good. I think we're good. We're good. Save, launch. Oh yeah, clear it. That was the one where I had the batteries and nobody in it. So I was trying to send a probe out to gather more science, and it just didn't work out too well. Once we have solar panels, we could do that, and that's actually what I'd like to do next. I like the idea of something that could just live out there forever. Okay. RCS. And boom. We have liftoff. Not doing too bad. We're going into the air. That's the first important thing. Jeb's in there. Oh no. When did that get switched around? I took Jeb off the mission. Oh boy. Hold on. We're going back. For one reason. I would have felt like that was cheating. But the reason we're going to go back is because I noticed something else while we were setting this up. First of all, Jeb, how did you get back on that mission? But we can let's put Jeb in there, and then let's put Bill and Bob there. So now they're all there. So, okay, now let's save. Now let's launch. Oh, that's RCS. Wrong thing. Okay, we're launching again. Nice slow launch. I'm afraid once we lose these solid rocket boosters that this thing's gonna just start falling again. That's gonna be bad. It's gonna happen any moment now. Yep, look at our speed dropping. We're slowing down. This is bad. But the speed at which we're slowing down is slowing down. And it's about to stop, and it's going to start going up again, which is good. There we go. We're going back up, so that's okay. And we're just about at 10,000, so I'm going to start making my turn now. And because it's asparagus staging, we're going to lose 2 of these tanks in a minute. Alright, we're gaining speed. Slowly but surely. We're getting there. Look at this behemoth. Look at that. Here we go. Ready for the next stage. Now our speed will pick up a little bit faster since we dropped that weight. How are we doing here with our apoapsis? Only 16,000 meters. This is bad. We need more height. No, this needs to go up much faster. This was a bad idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop the next stage. Kill the rockets, break off. There we go. We're gonna leave it. It was just weighing us down too much. The rockets were not powerful. We have reached our apoapsis. Let's tilt back up. I don't have those fins anymore, so I really can't do it. And RCS in this sort of environment is not going to do anything. So all I could do is basically fall with style. This was a major failure. Let's just stage through. Here we go. Let's see what we could do with this. We need to salvage this. Now, I just realized something very tragic. We have put Bill and Bob Kerman in this this station here, and I have no way of bringing them back. They cannot fit in that pod. There is no parachute for this. They are doomed. Right now, the best they can hope for is I can get this thing in orbit, and they could live in space for eternity. I don't think that's going to happen. This is going up, so that's good. So let's start to tilt it again. There we go. Maybe this will help a bit. We gotta get in orbit. This Bob and Bill's life depend on getting us in orbit. So let's go into prograde. There we go. I don't know if this is going to happen, but we're going to try. I think we need more height is the problem. Fuel is going to be such a problem that what we need to do is get this apoapsis out of the atmosphere so we could cut our engines, wait till we're out there, and then get ourselves in orbit. We're going to run out of fuel. We have to just hope that by the time we run out of fuel, the apoapsis is out in space, and then we can use that last rocket to get in orbit, and then we'll have to do a rescue mission or something. Oh my gosh. It's like a fight against... We need to go higher up. Okay, I think we've got that. Let's cut the engines. Every bit of fuel counts at this point. Their lives depend on it. Okay. This will put them in a pretty safe orbit. So let's get ourselves in position for that. And get ready to burn. 41 seconds, not going to cut it. We're going to lose those engines, but we'll have one more engine after that. Okay, let's speed this up. Let's turn off our RCS. All right, now's as good a time as any. Let's see if we could do it. Okay, while we're at it, let's see maybe some goo. What we got going on here? 2 science. Let's keep it for now. Let's do lab data. What is this? Oh, so I see. Oh, okay. So what the lab does, what it seems to do. Hold on. Did we just get into orbit? Yes. Guys, we saved him. Look at that. We saved him. They're in orbit. They're safe. They won't die now because of my follies. So all it does is it increases the science, which it didn't do much because it was 2 science. So this is all basically pointless. Oh boy. Okay, well look. We didn't get any science out of this mission. We didn't even get out of the Kerbal sphere of influence. We simply got into orbit, where they are now trapped in orbit. This was really a bad move. I'm contemplating just letting Bob and Bill die and then sending Jeb back to base for the next mission. I want to hear what you think. What should I do? Should I sacrifice Bob and Bill and just bring Jeb home safely, or do I leave them up here? Here's the problem. Even if I send a rescue mission, I can't even like port with it. I just have to get a ship close enough and move them over. That is going to be challenging. Anyway, let me know in the comments. I'm sorry this episode was so bad. I did not think my ship design through very well, but you know, I'm sort of, one of the things I want to do is just show my experience of the game, the good with the bad, and the bad certainly happened this week. Have a great week, everybody. Whatever you're doing, make the most of it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all next time for the next episode of Kerbal Space Program, where 2 Kerbals might die, or they might live. It's up to you. It's in your hands, people. So, let me know. Bye, everybody.